Today's daily code problem of the day is number of senior citizens, number 2678. For this problem, we're given a zero-indexed array of strings called details. Each element of details provides information about a given passenger compressed into a string of length 15. The system is the first 10 characters consist of the phone number, the next character denotes the gender, the following 2 characters are used to indicate the age of the person, and the last 2 determine the seats allotted to that person. We want to return the number of passengers who are strictly greater than 60 years old. So if we look here at details, each of these strings are the same length, and the ages are positioned in the 11th and 12th character for each of these strings. So that's all we have to look at. So how do we do this? If we look at the topics, it's an array and a string. So we're going to take each of these strings, take where the characters are for the age, convert those to integers, and then check if it's greater than 60. So we're first going to initialize our integer count, and that'll be equal to 0, and then proceed to go through details. So for int I is equal to 0 as long as I is less than details.length, I++, and we're going to have an integer a is equal to details of I dot char at 11, so our 11th character, but then we're going to subtract it from the character 0. Why are we subtracting it from the character 0? This will turn our character into an integer. By simply subtracting the 0, we get whatever the numerical value of this is. And so our integer will be that numerical value. We'll then have integer b is equal to details of I dot char at 12. And then we're going to subtract the character 0 from that again. We'll then have an integer temp, and temp will be equal to a times 10, because that's the number in the tens place. And then we're going to have plus b. So this is going to be our age. We can actually change this to age. So if age is greater than 60, count plus plus. Then we can simply return our count. So if we run this, passes our test cases, and if we submit it, passes all solutions. Let's do this in Python. So our solution in Python is even more simple. So we're going to have count is equal to 0, and then we're going to do for people in details if we're going to have an integer people of 11 to 13 is greater than 60. Oops. Then we're going to do count plus equals 1. Then we're just going to return our count. So if we run this, passes our test cases, and if we submit it, passes all solutions. Thank you. Follow for more daily LeetCode solutions.